let's get to the fucking shit right away. What do you think the shit is?
That you're going to bring up?
Yes.
The submarine?
Yes, motherfucker. You know what the hell it is?
Because, I mean, that's the transition.
That is
the 95 collapse submersible.
I see what...
Memes too soon. Memes too soon.
Do I look like a motherfucking tree?
You've been here. You've been here before. You know what it is. You know the vibes. Listen, man. Yeah. Oceangate. The Oceangate fiasco. Not Lupe fiasco. The Oceangate fiasco. Oceangates. Man, I didn't even trust the name. Let's start there.
Too much like Pizzagate and all that other shit.
Yeah, facts. Oceangate, Nixon Gate.
You couldn't name anything
Watergate,
else.
Yeah, no. Oceangate, I ain't like it. I ain't like it from the beginning.
Oceangate told you right from the gate.
Yeah. Well, first of all,
do not sign on the dotted line your life away.
Bruh, they literally said that if whatever you sign, we're not held liable for your death. They said that. They said you may die. They actually said that, like, it was like an actual real video. A guy saying, like, you might experience injuries, blah, blah, sickness, whatever, it may cause death. Like, all that was there. And I'm like, yo, this is... So, let me just bring the little facts that I know, because I don't know everything, and I like it that way, because it makes for a more entertaining podcast. So, like, don't ever listen. Whoever listens to podcasts, Akil, Amber, all y'all, you know, my real ones... Don't take what I say for fact. Like, I know a lot of things, but some stuff I just be kind of like, you know, I be ad-libbing, you know, I be doing my stuff, you know, I hear like y'all hear it. But yeah, Oceangate, Titanic, you know, listen, Titanic, when did that movie come out? 95, 97? 97, Titanic came out. Since Titanic came out, people have been enthralled with this movie and the ship and the treasure and all this kind of stuff, and it's still in the ocean, the bottom of the ocean, you know, and wherever the bottom is.
The Mariana Trench. That's crazy.
Where was it?
The Mariana Trench.
I don't know where that is, actually. Where is that?
That is the deepest.
Oh, that's but where? But like, where in America is that? Like, where?
It's not in America.
Oh,
it's in the Atlantic Ocean.
Excuse me. I said that was a very ignorant statement. I apologize. Where in the world?
It's in the Atlantic Ocean, and I could be wrong, but it's off. It's off of, not like Greenland, maybe. Like,
okay.
Not there, but like somewhere in that. I could be very wrong, but I don't know for a fact it's in the northern Atlantic Ocean going toward, because you got to think about the pathway that Titanic took from Europe coming to America, and it was coming to New York, right? And so it was taking the northern Atlantic route,
right?
And that's why, you know, the iceberg and all that bullshit.
All that bullshit. But yeah, all that bullshit, people have been just enamored by it and want to see it and want to visit it. And 5 people decided to get in the submersible, which apparently I don't think it was like, from what I'm reading, it's not like you and me trying to go in there. It's like real scientists that were already doing this. Like, they were kind of like
explorers,
exploring, you know. So like experimenting adjacent, but exploring. They were like the first ticket. Like, hey, y'all get first class to do this. And I think it was still like they had to pony up $250,000 still, you know, for each of them, which is crazy. I just like, it's so many red flags for black people. Like, no. And then I'm learning, like, I mean, let me tell you the real kicker, because, you know, from people that don't know about this, whatever, like the submersible, it's like a small blimp, like a small.
Very good way to describe that.
I think so. Thank you. That was small, like, blimp that could go underwater. But it really just is there to sink underwater. It's not really meant to rise unless you can control it. Now,
let's get into the controller.
White bitches.
A Nintendo 64,
bro.
Esque
controller. And listen, I could read like everybody else. I'm like, that's a Logitech controller. Like that, I remember that's like the off-brand PlayStation controller you get to like remember Mad Catz?
No.
Like the Mad Catz controller, maybe that's Sega days, whatever. Like it's always the off-brand controller that has the same functionality, but it's not from the company. And that's how that looked like. It looked like some cheap shit that y'all wanted to. I'm like, what? You're not even plugged in. Like you gonna do Wi-Fi?
How you doing Wi-Fi underground?
How you doing Wi-Fi underground? Like, listen, I don't get it. I don't understand. And listen, I'm making jokes, but unfortunately, people did lose
I
their
thought
lives.
Wi-Fi was like air radio wave.
Yes.
Radio
Listen, my
waves,
Wi-Fi is down right now.
I can't even get service in my bedroom, let alone in the Mariana Trench.
Facts. You know about it. Facts. And yeah, they showed you all this. That's the weird part about it. They showed you all this, like, yeah, we're gonna do it like this. It just didn't look like it was
You just sign me
fully.
up.
Yeah, it didn't look like it was fully ready, like capable. Like, I do think you probably could have pulled this off some kind of way.
I agree.
But the further down you go, the harder that water is, the more impact it is, the more you don't know. You seeing whales, and what if you get swallowed up by a whale?
Interesting. And
because that thing ain't that damn big.
I think there are so many things that needed to be implemented before they went out.
Yeah.
Like safety procedures,
exit
plans.
Because what do they do on every cruise you go on? Bring you to the bottom of the boat. Hey guys, if things go left, like I need all those talks. I don't know if they got all those talks. It's not even like there's no oxygen there, basically. I don't. Okay, that's one thing I would want to know. Like how many days of oxygen do I have in this thing? And then we add 2 people or 3 more people.
So think about this, right? These walls are not perfectly perpendicular for your back to be like in a nice 90-degree angle.
Right.
So
right.
They're the curve, over. And you're mainly in
Indian style. For a better term. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what we know is that cross leg.
What did it say? Crisscross applesauce.
Yeah.
Whoa. But go ahead.
So they're in that either position because you have so many people in there. So you imagine, first of all, even with the plan of going down and coming back up, just in the time. I mean, I think like right now, I'm sitting right here with my legs crossed to the side.
You're gonna move,
and I'm already like, okay, I'm starting to feel a little bit of numbness. Let me adjust. So you imagine even just going down and coming back up, your legs will need to adjust. So imagine days in there, right? You have your body's natural functioning is to let go of. It doesn't matter if you didn't eat or drink for a couple of days. You gotta pee. And you got to expel, right?
There was a bathroom on there.
Yeah, to an extent,
yeah,
right?
There was a hole like that.
Like that. So all that time, right? Your body has to expel. So imagine being exposed to that in that small space, right? Everybody's different in how they respond. You have a 19-year-old on there as well. So his young mind responding to this with other people, right?
Yeah.
Beyond that, it's just the panic of, wait, what the fuck is going on? What is happening? Get us up. And can you imagine the pressure of the captain of that who was running
the CEO? Let me get his name here. The CEO was, so I'm not gonna say I feel less bad or whatever, but I'm happy that he was there. Like he just like let people go. Like it was his idea. CEO, damn, I thought I had his name here. I think it's something Stockton, why don't I have his name? I'm going to find it. But the CEO was there with 4 other people, and like you said, one of them was a 19-year-old boy. He was with his dad, which is sad. I think he was scared to even do it. He didn't want to be there. Stockton Rush is the CEO. But this is the one of the things I read that they put out recently. Oceangate, who led the expedition, announced the passengers' deaths on Thursday afternoon. We now believe that our CEO, and this is the first time I even clicked on CNN because I heard people tell me about it, talk about it. I never knew like from my own accord. It was just like other people talking about like, yo, why they going downstairs and see all these memes? Like, yo, what do y'all want in the water? Like, stop messing with the water. But yeah, so we now believe that our CEO, Stockton Rush, Shahzada, excuse me if I pronounce these wrong, Shahzada Dawood, and his son Solomon Dawood, Amish Harding, and Paul Henry Nagogliote, I'm sorry, have sadly been lost. So we really don't know if they even. We know, but we don't know.
No, we don't. So
there's never going to be any kind of sign of life, no return. But the company issued a statement out on Thursday.
So we know. So this is here what happened. Remember they reported hearing banging. What it turned out to be was the implosion, the sound of the implosion, right? And then what happens is because they found the debris was literally
they did find the debris, right
with Oceangate, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
stuff on there. So which is wild.
There is a theory. I don't know how much there's validity to it, but there's a theory that like maybe we don't know any of this even happened.
And there's a distraction or something. Is that what you mean? Is that what you're
I mean,
saying?
that could be a part. That could also be another part of the theory, whatever. But like, we only know what they're telling us. We don't know. We didn't see this. We don't know what happened. We really just don't know.
I'm assuming
this would be an amazing time to like, fake your death. But I'm not saying that's what they did. But those are, some.
Glad you brought that up.
Hair-brained triggers out there.
Glad you brought that up. So when I first ever heard the story, it was like first like a TikTok clip that was like, why is nobody? I guess it just happened. So why is nobody talking about like the billionaires? So the way they framed it, it was very new information. So they said the billionaires that went on a submarine and can't be found.
Yeah.
So this goes to show like misinformation.
Yeah.
So my initial thought, I was like,
and they were billionaires. That would definitely, boop.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, these motherfuckers, they on this thing,
they got us.
They went and they getting away from something, whatever. But obviously, digging into the information or the more information that came out, let me just say,
but then you put your family into it, like the grieving families. I mean, I know people have done way more maleficent. Is that a word? I don't know. I know people have done way more ridiculous things to get out of situations, but I mean, having your family.
No, well, that's what I'm saying. No, I was saying
it's hard to say it's fake.
No, that's the misinformation because it wasn't a fact that it was all billionaires. You know what I mean?
It was
a billionaire, and then but
and some explorers.
Yeah. So I will say this.
That had $250,000 apparently.
I will say this. I understand. Like people are saying, like, I can't believe this and that. I saw a comment that is like. They were like, for $250,000, they could have watched the movie Titanic with Kate and Leo. I was cracking up, but
listen, they've been all the jokes. Joking.
But what I will say is this, okay? If everybody had the thought of I would never have, the reality is so many things would not be have been explored in this world.
That's a very nice way to look at it.
We do need explorers, right?
Yeah.
And there has to no risk, no reward, right? You have to have people that are willing to.
No risk, no reward, but and I don't want to talk ill of the dead, but sometimes you gotta be responsible because no risk, no reward. But is it really safe to bring my 19-year-old aboard? He didn't have to go. He was nervous to go.
So what I also got to see some information on was when implosion happens, right? So questions of what that could possibly have been like pain or whatever. It happens in literally a millisecond, right? A fraction of that, even if.
Yeah.
And so because it happens so fast, and on top of that, where they're located. So there's a part of it that's freezing. Then there's a certain area that in that surrounding, so they're not exactly sure. That from my understanding, there's heat due to underground.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know all the science to it, and I'm not exactly sure, but all I know is that all these different things play a factor. And then as far as the depth, right, you have so when it implodes, it literally is like a can. If you ever see a can implode, it happens so fast your brain can't process.
That's what they said.
So
you're
not
you
even
feel it.
Yeah, you don't feel it. But regardless of that happens like that, regardless of what, they were alive leading to those moments.
Yeah.
So in those moments leading up to it, it's what, oh my God, it's the panic, is the anxiety, is the thoughts that, you know.
That's what I was going to say. Like, at what point, because I'm assuming you would never do something like this.
Not that.
Like, what? Is there a moment in your life that you think you would have did this?
Not that.
Okay.
I like to be daring.
You like thrills.
I like thrills. I like to check things out, but
you don't fuck with water.
I'm terrified.
Water beats fire, dog.
Fire.
It's huge. It's infinity. You can't it's too much, man.
It's so
I get nervous when I'm at the beach and my feet slip under like a little bit. I'm like, whoa, what's going on?
Listen,
I can swim, but when that sand started drifting from your toes,
When I see, you know how you see these movies and they're jumping off, you know, or anything, like it don't matter if it's a movie or someone posting jumping off of the yacht,
right?
And it's different if you're
Yeah,
in an
whoa! You reminded me. You was in the water.
Yes, a controlled area.
Okay.
That was a controlled area.
Okay.
Okay, so I've been on the yacht and jumped into the water and all that stuff, but I was in a controlled area. Now, when these people are out, like, oh, let's take the boat out, and they go out to the middle of whatever, and they jumping into, jumping in. You crazy?
My man.
I done seen enough movies.
My man.
In news articles.
My man. You know, he's in the military for. Shit, he might still be in there. He was in the military for a long time, and you know, he was stationed in Osaka. No, not Osaka. Okinawa. And I saw that thing. I was like, yeah, maybe one day I want to go to Japan. Maybe one day I'll visit you, whatever. You know, try to look it up. I'm looking at the map, and I'm like, yo, this is one little dot. You smell something?
It smells so good.
Something smells good.
Something just hit me.
What? Your breath?
No.
Was it the wine?
No.
I don't smell like that.
It smells magnificent. What you got around here?
Oh, maybe my cologne. I don't know.
I don't know. It just like
the smell like
fan
man.
Probably blew it. Go ahead.
You
keep
do
talking.
got the fan in front of you, probably.
Okay, keep talking.
That's true. But no, man. Like he lived in Okinawa, and I'm like, I saw on the map, I'm like, it was like a pebble around all this water. That freaked,
of the island.
The island.
Yeah.
That freaked me out by itself. I was like, yeah, you gonna go to Tokyo? You gotta take like a boat ride or something like that. I'm like, yo,
I seen Godzilla.
Yeah, girl. I mean, that's facts, you know. But also,
dead ass facts.
But also, like, it's so much water, and that freaks me out a little bit. I'm like, dog, it's like there's no escaping that. I can swim, but how long you can swim? You can get tired. I just watched American Ninja Warrior a minute ago. Like, the arms get tired fast. So. You know, I don't know, man. I'm trying to think to myself, if I was in that situation, how long would it be before I freak out? Because apparently when you're down there, it's dark. You can't see nothing. And that's the insult to injury. Apparently, whatever you see is on a screen. So they're like, dog, you could have watched the fucking, like, you could have
stayed up there.
They
sent that down.
The first like 15, 20 minutes of the Titanic was them looking at the Titanic. Okay.
Like
looking at the actual wreckage.
Safely up there.
Safely above. Like, yo, damn.
Watching in amazement because it was still amazing footage they got to see with this robo camera.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not understanding why they couldn't do also that.
And shout out to the JBP. They made also a very simple but great note. Like, yo, the Oculus... We in 2023. We in virtual reality times. We could see everything. We could touch things. We could listen. People have ran the walls, playing football with their friends in the house on the Oculus. Like, you could be there. You know, you don't got, like, I don't know.
I'm wondering, like, just wanting to.
I mean, but listen, this is me not speaking as an explorer. So explorer, right. I understand what you said. Like, you know, things may not. But you can't take nothing with you. Like, that's the thing. Is something you can't take nothing with you.
Think about it. You want to be able to come up with like.
I would want to. If I'm going there, I want to.
Oh, I was face to face. You face to face.
Right.
You know what I mean? I saw the eyeball.
It's the same thing as space. Is like, dog. You say somebody you went to space. Like, prove it. I need proof. I don't need like word of mouth. Like, yeah, I experienced it. Like, just because. I need proof. I need the Hope Diamond or whatever the hell Rose doing there when she was old.
That's when they probably really paid the money to go down there to look for that.
I'm still mad at Rose. All right, I ain't never going. It's gonna be beef whenever.
You have a whole family that could have been passed down generations to generations.
But I'm saying just because of Jack. We know. Well, listen, this is probably episode 1 that we talked about this, but like the damn door. She wasn't even. Well, she was big. She's skinnier now, Kate Winslet. But, she wasn't that damn big. She's like, it's no room, Jack. It's no room. Oh it's no room. I'm like, come on, though. Y'all could have alternated. I mean, I get it. I wasn't there. It was cold, but you could have alternated. I could have been side by side.
Let's look at this medically, though. Like, he would have died anyway because being submerged and then getting on hypothermia anyway.
Maybe. I don't know. I would have tried something. I would have figured something out, whatever. Like, he didn't give that much of a shot. Like, all right, well, all right, I guess you'll live and I'll just die. Like that's kind of what he did. Listen, I was a whole college student. I had a twin size bed. I was able to do some things. We had people. Listen, there was 4 people sleeping on bed at one time, whatever. And I'm like, dog, how do we do this? We made it work.
Twin size?
On a twin. I mean, it was an extra long twin, but it was twin size.
Okay.
Regardless, them college beds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that. But rest in peace to those people, man. That really is the. I get all the jokes and the TikToks and black people are gonna be black people and they are funny with it. I saw something about like West Indian dude talking about, yo, this is my first day. Like, what you like? They ain't finding people yet. I gotta. Oh damn. So. Told my lady, yo, hey man, let you know this is a summertime job. I don't really know. The next one is 50% off if you want to go. Like, yo, no. But it does suck that people actually did die. Like, I mean, a lot of those jokes came before we got that news.
But can I say, obviously you can't really see down there. I mean, it's pitch black.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming, right? The whole purpose of going down there, you're not going down there because it's pitch black, you ain't gonna see nothing. There had to have been light on that thing. So if there was light on that vehicle, right? And what could they have possibly seen swim by? Like, I can't even imagine what they did see. Yeah.
That's the shit that would scare me because I'm like, it's still like wildlife out there. Like it's still, sharks and all kind of deep blue things and wobbegong fish and all kind of stuff. Like it's a lot gotta,
I can't imagine that airport must have been crazy.
You can't play no beats in there. Like you playing slaps in there. Like how does that work? I don't know. I don't even know if I want to. I just realized I'm a little claustrophobic. So. I don't know, man. I wouldn't do it. I'm sad for them people, but like it's just all the facts lining up to it. The controller. I don't think they knew the controller was a thing. I don't think the people that knew that was in there.
When
they
locked up and they went down and they saw him pull that joint out.
They're like, oh no, give me the fuck back. some bullshit.
That's like when you're on a roller coaster and they lock you in.
Yeah.
And then give me the fuck off, and it's like too late, motherfucker.
No, man. I don't know. Rest in peace. It's a terrible thing. And then they wanted to talk to James Cameron about it. Which annoyed me. I get it. He made Titanic and he probably worked with a lot of prosthetics and stuff like that, whatever, to, mirror those stuff. And I'm sure he's a method director and he's been in some experiences, but I'm like, dog, you are not a scientist. You are a director. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to hear from you. It's like them talking to Ja Rule after 9/11. I don't care. Where is Ja? No, I don't care about.
No, it's not a fair assessment.
It's not a fair assessment.
He been under 22 times.
He done his own thing. He done his own excursions.
Yeah, just because you one thing doesn't mean you can't be another thing too.
Okay, sorry. I'll take that back then. Sorry, James. Simpsons apparently predicted this. Apparently,
crazy. They never fail.
They don't miss. That motherfucker don't miss.
Oh my god.
I don't know how you do this, man. Like, I mean, they gotta be the devil working for them. So. But yeah, man, that was the real shit I needed to get to because that was terrible. On a lot of news, I got a pedicure. Ooh.